Now, COVID-19 has hit the royal family as well. Prince Charles, the heir to the throne, has tested positive for the virus. The Princess Clarence's House office says he is showing mild symptoms, but otherwise remains in good health and has been working from home. The statement adds his wife Camilla has tested negative and both are self-isolating at a royal estate in Scotland. A spokesman says it's not known who the prince got the virus from, given the high number of public engagements he attended in recent weeks. Royal commentator Victoria Arbiter joins us now from New York. Victoria, thanks for joining us on CTV News Channel. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So what do we know of the prince's health at this given point of time?
Well, Buckingham Palace very rarely comments on the health and well-being of members of the royal family. But of course, in this situation, it was imperative that they notify the people that Charles has been in contact with so that they know to self-isolate, because we now understand that by self-isolating, that is going to be the fastest way of stopping the spread. Now, Clarence's House did say that the prince is in very good spirits. A source has said that he is not bedridden and that his symptoms are very mild. I think really it was just they wanted to do the test because of the well-being of those people that the prince has come into contact with. And I think everyone can appreciate that it's very important to let those people know.
So the next question, of course, is, Victoria, the engagements that royal members have, it's not with one or two people, it's hundreds of people over so many events that are panned out, sometimes many events in a several day. So how is the government now going to be dealing with contacting with every single person that the prince may have come in contact with?
Well, the good news is, if we can try and look at it that way, is that the Prince of Wales conducted his last public engagement on March 12th. Now, that was almost 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That was a reception held for Australian bushfire relief. He did see the Queen on the morning of March 12th when he conducted an investiture at Buckingham Palace. Of course, there will have been a lot of people there, but doctors have said that they believe the Prince wouldn't have been contagious until right around March 13th, and that's a conservative estimate. So we're certainly hoping that's the case, but we're coming right up on that 14-day mark. That hits tomorrow. So I think as long as other people that have come into contact with Prince Charles around those engagements haven't shown any symptoms, hopefully they're the fortunate ones. The thing we do have to pay attention to is that even though Prince Charles has been in semi-self-isolation, he has had a few private meetings behind the scenes. Those individuals were notified immediately.
Yes, I do remember seeing another video of the prince very recently where he wasn't shaking hands, but, you know, joining his hands in namaste and greeting everybody he was meeting all along in one of the events. But I want to quickly check with you, while you did mention the dates, Victoria, would there be a need, just for precautionary sake, have a test done on the Queen as well? Because he did have a meeting with her on the 12th.
Well, interestingly, Buckingham Palace tonight released a photograph of the Queen conducting her weekly audience with the Prime Minister by telephone. Certainly, as long as I've been covering the royal family, we've never seen a photograph of this meeting ever issued. And I think Buckingham Palace did so as to reassure members of the public. The Queen looks very fit, she looks very well. And I think that photograph will have been quite telling to a number of people who are concerned about her well-being. She's 93 years old, she turns 94 next month. She's self-isolating with her husband, Prince Philip, who's 98. He turns 99 this June. So she is very fit and well, as they have told us, but she is following advice. At this point, there's no reason for cause for alarm or concern. But of course, they are monitoring her and restricting access to her as the days go by.
And briefly, Victoria, for about any other royal family member the prince may have come in contact with in the last few days?
Certainly not in the last few days, other than his wife Camilla. He travelled up to Scotland on Sunday, but what people are talking about is that March 9th Commonwealth Day service that was held at Westminster Abbey, attended by Harry and Meghan, William and Kate, and of course Edward and Sophie as well. Now, March 9th is before the point of contagion, so again, we're certainly hoping that this hasn't spread to any other family members at this point.
OK, we appreciate those insights and all the details coming in. Royal commentator Victoria Arbiter, thank you so much for joining us from New York. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.